In this video, we are creating some beautiful DIY projects using some weird and unique items that I recently picked up at Dollar Tree that you wouldn't initially think to grab to make home decor with. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and let's jump on into it. First up, I am using one of these wooden snakes. I'm actually shocked to keep seeing these out at Dollar Tree. I just feel like they wouldn't sell that many to keep bringing them back off and on. But I think as much as I craft, I don't think I've ever used one of these wooden snakes in my DIY projects. I thought it was a perfect time to go ahead and create some fun decor with it. So the first thing I did was snap off the head and the tail, so you obviously couldn't tell that this was a snake, and it left this fun pattern behind. So I'm wrapping it around one of these wooden circles. Now this one come from Hobby Lobby for like $1.99, but they do sell similar options at Dollar Tree, or you could use any flat circular piece. And then I laid it out so I could get the perfect fit, trimmed away any of the excess pieces that I needed to cut away, and then just glued this straight to the wooden piece. Now at first I worried about the glue kind of poking out of the top, but I ended up adding another layer of these wooden beads. Now these are from fall, but Dollar Tree keeps bringing out more wooden bead strands, which is perfect for all these craft projects, but just being super careful to get this as even as possible. Just to add a little bit of extra security, I'm flipping this over and going around it with some more glue. Now obviously you can use wood glue if you want a stronger hold, but just to make videos I always tend to use hot glue. It's just super fast. But like I mentioned, trying to put another layer around the top, and I feel like this is bringing in so much texture. I'm just going to be going over this with some white wash paint, or just dry brushing white paint on here. So I feel like all of this texture is going to show through and make it look like a nicer quality piece. I wanted this to stand up tall like a riser, so I did pick up one of these concrete little tea light holders, and I'm going to be flipping that upside down underneath of this, and I wanted it to match. So going over with the white paint, and I did struggle a little bit to get it down the groove, so if you wanted to paint this white first, you could before you glue everything together, but this worked out fine. I love how the natural wood is showing through the white paint. After I let this dry, all there's left to do is just glue the candle holder on the bottom of the circle. I tried to get it in the center the best I could. Flip this over and it's ready to go, but this will be the perfect little area to house any candles. You could hang some wooden beads off of here. I'm using it for a little plant riser. Thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can go ahead and download the game for free using the link down in the description box, or by scanning the QR code with your phone or tablet. But Disney Blitz is a really fun match game where you get to collect and play with hundreds of Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars emojis, including characters from The Little Mermaid, Lion King, Zootopia, Monsters Inc., and some of my favorite nostalgic characters like Winnie the Pooh that just brings back all the childhood memories, as well as Tinkerbell, and just constantly earning new fun emojis. They add new emojis every month, but Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game. You're actually getting to collect these emojis, and each one of these have their own power-ups, so you control what you get to use whenever you go to face each level. You can trade out different emojis to try to clear away patterns and find more hidden emojis. Disney Emoji Blitz is celebrating the 100th anniversary of Disney, and they're going to be celebrating all year long, so you can earn the platinum emojis that they're putting out to celebrate. And if you collect them all, you get a special platinum Minnie Mouse, which is super fun. And I think it is so cool that you can actually use the emojis that you earn in the game in real life text messages with your friends. They're gonna be blown away. So remember, I have an exclusive code down in the description box. Go click it and download this game for free, or you can scan the QR code to get this download to your phone or tablet. Thanks again to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into crafting. So every time my little girls see these rainbows, they always want to pick them up, and they have one for their room, but you can actually turn this into some really fun neutral decor if you want, if you don't want to put a rainbow in your living area. But this turned out even better than expected. So they do have like a paper decor piece on the front. So all I did was soak it with a little bit of a damp paper towel and just let it sit there, not soaking it, but letting it get damp, and the sticker will start to peel up. So I'm using my scraper to get all of that away. I let the MDF dry out, and then going in with some mineral color chalk paint and painting the entire thing. I let this dry and then distressed it a little bit with a piece of coarse sandpaper. I love the lines that it puts in this chalk paint. And then here comes the best part. I'm taking my drill and just drilling in, not too far because I don't want to go all the way through, but drilling 5 holes, getting them as even as possible, but it really doesn't matter. But I have seen like on Pinterest where they have like the feathers coming out of the top of a rainbow shaped planter. So that's kind of what I was going for. I found these new little blueberry picks at Dollar Tree, and they just caught my eye. I felt like they were gorgeous, so I picked up several of them, hopefully enough for another project. But pulling them off of their stem and just tucking them down inside of these little holes with a little dab of hot glue so they don't fall out. But just loved how this turned out and how you could customize this for any color. You could go more like boho, putting some like of those like fluffy plants in there, but I feel like it looks really cool and just a unique project. I love checking out Hobby Lobby's 90% off. You can just find like small little art pieces like this for 80 cents. This was 89 cents. You can find them under $1, and I just love to stock up on them whenever I see them so that I can use them for different fun projects like this. This is way cheaper and just a lot heftier than most Dollar Tree signs. So the first thing I did have to dust it off as why it looked wet, but I did paint this with a dark elephant colored chalk paint, let that dry, and then the fun like weird thing that I'm using in this DIY is a sponge, this round sponge. It's really porous, and I paint on it the steel color paint and just stamped it on there. So I thought it was really fun. It looked like a moon actually. That's not really what I was going for, but I love the circular like porous shape of it. So I go ahead and just kind of put that all around, and then I'm going to use this as the backing for another sign I'm going to be making. So I love when Dollar Tree sells these like 3-part signs. You can pull them apart and you're getting a bigger bang for your buck if you're going to be DIYing them. So this little board with the actual lines in there or grooves was perfect for this. It fit perfect inside that little square. And then I was able to grab some of my favorite Dollar Tree rub-on transfers. They keep bringing these out, so keep an eye out for them, and then just played around with how I wanted it to look. I think that's my favorite thing about rub-on transfers is that you can cut them apart and make individual pieces or transfer the whole image, and just it looks different every time. I felt like it was a little bit spacious in between the plants. I added in a few little dots, but such a fun, neutral, unique piece. And then a fun, unique piece I picked up were these little ceramic flower candle holders. It does fit one of these LED tall candle holders in there, or candles in there, and I just glued these together. I wanted to mix it up. Yeah, you could set this by any frame, but I have so many little like tea light candle holders that I love to stack them up and make them bigger. So I glued these together, took them outside, and sprayed them with this gold colored paint. I love a good Rust-Oleum spray paint. Let this dry. And then I set the candle on there, and I still felt like it looked really plain, so I taped it off, painted the bottom with some gray chalk paint, and then just covered up like my uneven line with a piece of ribbon. I feel like using the gold, gray, and black on the same project gives it more of a modern look, but turned out really cute. Okay, so I know this doesn't quite fit into the weird or unique category, but I had this really fun idea I was dying to try. I picked up a couple of these large wooden planks as well as some of the small like thin boards from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to construct like a wooden box that I could use as a tall planter. So I have some really tall plants that I've been getting from Hobby Lobby, and I have a bunch of them in vases, but I thought it would be fun to make like a rustic looking like wooden box or vase or planter. So I'm making this box. So I'm laying out the pieces and just kind of marking them how I need to cut them down, and then using my yellow miter box and saw, I was easily able to cut these down in just a couple of minutes. And then using hot glue, like I mentioned, you always should use wood glue if you have the time and patience to mess with that. But for these videos, I like to use hot glue. But I go ahead and add some extra support because I knew this was going to be really fragile if I'm just like depending on that one line of hot glue. So I love taking these tower blocks and kind of pushing it where the seam is, so it's going to give it like extra support. And then I knew I was going to have to do the same thing for the top, so I just had to glue the little tower blocks right at the edge so that I could apply hot glue to them and then press the bottom or the top back on. And this worked out really well. You can see I didn't even take the time to pull the labels off. I knew they would be all tucked away on the inside, but glued this down nice and tight, and it feels like really hefty when I pushed on it. I don't feel like there's really any way that this is going to fall apart. I was going to stain this, but I just don't have any stain on hand that I've been in love with recently, and I hate whenever you buy big cans of stain and it's just not what you love, but I just need to keep shopping around. They kind of quit selling the ones I loved and used a couple of years ago. But anyway, so for this, I just kind of mixed up my own little watery paint, and that kind of acts as a stain. So just mixed some light and dark gray, added some water in there, mixed it up, and then just kind of painted this on to look like a gray stain. It worked perfect. I put a little like garland of wooden beads at the top, put in my Hobby Lobby flowers, and just looks really cute and adds a lot of height to any space. Yarn is another item that's kind of weird to use in home decor crafts unless you're doing like macrame or like crocheting, but for this I actually wrapped it around a wooden block and used it as a stamp. I stamped it in some white chalk paint and just kind of played around with the patterns on scrap paper. I love doing this like up and down and then sideways every other one, so it gave it a fun pattern. And then you can just take a frame and put any image that you want in it. I love to just grab the images that are in like the cheaper golden frames at Dollar Tree, put it in a nicer frame, glue it down, and it just makes the backdrop look a lot nicer than just a plain like MDF backing. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. Don't forget to go download Disney Emoji Blitz down in the description box. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I'll have all that information down below. And make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.